Welcome back, my darling children, to the Church of the Pink Thing, where we listen and we don't judge. We judge a little bit. Today, I am here to bring you delightful confessions of what April Fool's prank has fooled you. And I don't mean like just haha funny, I mean deadass you bought it hook, line, and sinker, and then you felt like a real idiot afterwards. These are all April Fool's related. There were some that were like pranks, but I might leave those for another one because there might be like a prank segment at some point. But for tonight, all of the confessions, all of the sins are related to the great American holiday that I don't understand of April Fools. So without further ado, let's read some sins.
Happy April Fools!
Okay, this first one, we begin. I was about 21 and had no car. My mom called me over to her place, saying she needed help with furniture and would drive me back after. I thought it was odd, since I'm 5'5", and my mom was 5'9". Also, why not pick me up instead of me taking the bus? I get there, and all the furniture in her place is normal. No boxes or anything. She gives me a car key and goes, "You took the bus for the last time." In the garage was an old Toyota Camry. Ugly brown, but I didn't care. My mom just did something that would solve half my problems. She lets me get in the car and feel the wheel. Turn it on. And I'm about to cry with joy with how grateful I am. My heart shattered when she yelled, "April Fools! Got ya!" That was her friend's car who was out drinking and left his car there. Your mom is a monster! Oh, that is evil, chat. That is terrible. 0 out of 10 April Fool's jokes. That is so mean. Retirement, yeah, nursing home. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, mom, you're coming to live with me," and then at the last second, you like turn the road and go down to the nursing home, and you're like, "April Fools!" Like, I would have never let her forget it. Yeah, that's the worst type of April Fools. Like, the reason I don't like April Fools is because a lot of people think that, like, it's an excuse to be mean to people for a day. And I think that this story, like, perfectly encapsulates that. That is so rude. Did you at least have to borrow the car for a week? I don't think so. That was mean. That was a mean-spirited April Fool's joke. Yeah, that's why I generally don't vibe with the holiday. I don't like the "it's just a prank, bro" mentality for being mean. I could laugh that one off. But if I was, like, that excited to get my first car and my fucking, like, mom pranked me like that, I would have been irate. I would have literally dumped every fucking dish she had in the sink and been like, "April Fools." Like, just broken all of them. I don't know. That would have made me so fucking angry. So, Minecraft Pocket Edition lets you copy worlds. And my little sister and I had one that we would play on all the time as kids. One April Fool's Day, I asked my sister to join the world. She would still be a while, which gave me enough time to copy that world and carpet the hub in TNT. When my sister joined, I told her I was tired of that world, so I would destroy it. I lit the TNT just as my sister begged me not to, tears in her eyes, fucking crying. The silence after, deafening. I'm pretty sure my sister would have cried if I had not revealed that the original world was fine after. She never fell for any of my pranks again. Could you imagine how fucking funny it would have been if you hadn't copied it by mistake? Could you imagine if you had copied the one that was like carpet bombed with TNT? I'm sorry, that is actually hilarious. Great fucking prank. Forget Half-Life 3. I was fooled by an announcement for a resurrection of Mega Man Legends 3. See, we in the Mega Man community were still burned by the cancellation of Legends 3. And after a few years after the cancellation, someone whipped up a fake screenshot and fake Korokoro magazine pages for Legends 3, resuming full development. And I fell for it, because man, it still hurt. I guess I was desperate. This is why you don't believe anything in the internet. Okay, like, let me teach you a life lesson, especially when it comes to April Fools. If you see something on the internet and you think it's legit immediately, try and find another 2 or 3 sources, because I can fucking guarantee you it's not fucking true. I've actually learned this the hard way. If you see something that sounds either too good to be true or it's news that should be like, "Oh my god, it's insane," look for other sources, because 9 out of 10 times it won't be real. The desperation is so relatable. I mean, I guess we've all put on the clown wig. We've all done it, chat. All of us. I'm still looking for the Tomb Raider nude cheat. That doesn't exist! Imagine hearing that, like, there was, like, a secret mod for, like, a nude Lara Croft, and you went looking for it, you never found it. Sure, you can mod it, but, like, don't you think that it's funnier to think that, like, oh, they secretly put naked in the game? Let me preface this by saying that I was an evil Brazilian child, surrounded by even more worse Brazilian children. We used to bully this one kid. Oh, isn't that always the way? But kept indulging him enough just for him to think that we were his friends. And we were just having some friendly fun. One April Fool's, we decided it would be really fun if we told them that we were going to skip class to play soccer, and that he should go too. Of course, we never intended to skip class at all. When we were in our third class of the day and he had not arrived yet, we knew he'd fallen for it. Then, evil children as we were, we thought it would be really funny if we called his house and told them he was kidnapped. Now, I feel the need to say that I have since reflected on my actions, and I regret a lot of what I did at the time. His mother came running to the school and saw he wasn't there, so she started to panic. They called the cops, and at that point, we felt the need to actually clarify things before it escalated even more. Of course, everyone was furious, including his mom. We were suspended for a week, and the poor kid had to switch schools. Around 10 years later, we retconned through Facebook, and I apologized. We still talk every once in a while. Okay, like, this one was wild. Can I say something? Can I say something? That was actually really funny. I am a terrible person, things, because that's actually so fucking funny. It's not illegal because it was children, but if it was not children, then yes, it would be illegal. Like, can you imagine, like, the fucking kid logic of, like, fucking being like, oh, we're gonna trick our friend, quote unquote, into not coming to school to play soccer, and then having the bright idea to be like, oh, let's tell his mom he was kidnapped. And the worst part, is that this kid is Brazilian telling someone in Latin America, in any country in Latin America, that their child has been kidnapped is like 10 times more credible than doing it in the States. Because it can actually happen. So, like, this poor mother ran to the school in a panic thinking that she'd lost her baby boy, and all of his friends are just sitting there at their desk like, oh, fuck. Like, look, I'm really glad that you apologize, but you need to fucking say, like, 10 Hail Marys and buy them a beer. Because, like, that is evil fucking child behavior. But that's so fucking funny, I'm sorry. Like, that is mastermind fucking behavior. This one just says, the Splatoon joke, twice. I will proceed to play you the Splatoon joke. Oh, shit! That's rad! You know what else is rad? Gamer subs! Do you want energy? Do you want to be able to fight 20 people as one man? May I recommend trying out gamer subs? Yeah, fucking energy for days, baby! Laser focus, dodge, dodge, and you will exude pink fire if you get too excited. And it's pink because he used fucking code KinkyMation at checkout. 10% off, remember that. Ton of energy. And if you don't want energy because caffeine is spooky scary, they got you, baby boo. Caffeine-free flavors, sugar-free. Become a man. Be like a dragon. Be like Kiryu. Boom. Chill over. This one has video evidence, mama. I will be the judge of if you should... Okay, how did you fall for this? How did you fall for this? How did you fall this? Okay, like, respectfully, how many brain cells are you missing that you fell for this to me? Like, okay, let me tell you something. If they were actually gonna make a gallery for Splatoon videos, don't you think they would make them in 3D? They already have the models for it. Yeah, like, this one was Mike and Elle. Like, that, this one was actually pretty chill, but the second one is worse. Let's see it. Okay, I see 3D. That would have already given it away for me. I would have been tempted to fall for this one. That's a really high effort shitpost, dude. That's a really, really high effort shitpost. Like, holy shit, that is an insane amount of fucking effort for a prank. This one's pretty believable. This one's actually something that I could believe is like a mobile game that they maybe could have made. But like saying like while the kids are doing turf war, it's like wrong. You're a squid now. You're a kid. You're a kid now. You just if you had used the different wording to like announce this, I would have thought I would not have immediately assumed it was a prank. But like this is really high effort. Like saying the adults are doing something else, like adult wording in Nintendo. No, but this is really high quality. Like with mini games and everything. Did they actually make this? See, like that's super cute. The worst part is that this would be a great game if Nintendo weren't fucking cowards. Again, those little 2D animations would have given it away immediately for me. See, those 2D things would have made me go, oh, this is a fan thing for sure. Because Nintendo would have never used those. Oh, that would have probably made the internet explode. That would have probably made people fall for it, for sure. Like, introducing new idol characters, 1,000,000,000%, yeah, I could see a lot of people falling for this. Like, I could see a lot of people falling for this because the fake idols would have made people think that this is so legit. They look official, yeah, they're super cute. Minus the high heels. The high heels probably the thing that, like, tips it off that they're not real. But, like, yeah, if I had seen this at the time, I would have been like, is this official? Like, official idols on, like, their own stage, probably their own version of Splatfest, like... Make the comic, they don't exist! Okay, this is the thing, yeah. Immediately fake. Nintendo would never put anything like this in the games. Yeah, immediately fake! As soon as I would have seen this, I would have been like, oh, this is fake. Like, I'm sorry, this is absolutely fucking fake. Because Nintendo is allergic to romance. They don't like it. They would never put kissing in their video games. No, they probably would. But, like, they don't do the romance thing very often. And Splatoon is such a family-friendly IP that they would never, like... For them, even though the idols are pretty hot, it's like such a sexless fucking part of the fucking Nintendo ecosystem that like, yeah. But I'm not surprised you fell for this up to this point. Cause like, that's actually really well made. Never on the lips. Splatoon Island. And they even added like the App Store and Google Play bits. Like, did they actually make it April Fools? I hate you. Like, not a real game. Yeah. DLC. Not a real DLC either. Okay, yeah, no, I could see why someone would have been fooled by this one. The first one, not that much, but this one, yeah. I was the victim of an April Fool's joke. As as a wee small baby boy of 11, had an Oreo. Thought it tasted strange, but good. Before gorging myself on about half the thing. I learned that my brother and his friends had replaced every Oreo in the house with toothpaste filled with instead, and I proceeded to have the most uncomfortable 3 days of puking and being sick ever. And to this day, at the ripe old age of 20, I cannot ever touch an Oreo again without that trauma. Okay, real talk, that is hilarious, but how did you not end up in the ER? You're not supposed to eat toothpaste. It's actually incredibly bad for you stomach-wise. Like, you're lucky you got off fucking scot-free with a bunch of puking. I'm so sad about your Oreo trauma, though. Because I love Oreos. You ate an Oreo, it tasted funny, and you didn't fucking think to yourself to be like, huh, this tastes different. Yeah, that could kill you. You're lucky that you didn't die. Your brother is going to hell. Yeah, dude. Like, the trauma from the Oreos like fucking toothpaste. Yeah, if you were gonna do that, you need, like, kitty toothpaste, which is okay if you swallow it, but, like, adult toothpaste? Why did you eat half of it? How lethal is toothpaste? It's not lethal, but you could end up in the poison control center if you're not careful because, like, it can make your stomach very upset. To be fair, his brother probably wasn't expecting them to fucking go through the entirety of the thing. They're probably expecting them to, like, bite into it and be like, ew, gross, not fucking eat it like a glutton. Like, it's a lot of work for a prank. I would give it a 6 out of 10 because of the potential poisoning your sibling. I thought that Star Fox being in the Mario Galaxy movie was a fake spoiler. I was super surprised that he was in the movie when I went to see it with my little sister on opening day. Oh yeah, believe it or not, when I first told Hobie, like, hey, did you know that, like, Fox is in the movie? He was like, no, he's not. And I was like, no, they literally announced it like 2 days ago. And like the VA came out and everything. And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, no, he's in there. I thought it was a joke too for like 2 seconds. But then I went and I did my due diligence things. I looked it up in like 3 different sources. True, yeah. I was like, I don't believe this for like a second. Really stupid of them to actually spoil that before the movie released. No, it was actually a clever marketing stunt though. Showing that before the movie, right before the movie came out, it guaranteed that all the Star Fox fans would go see it. That means Super Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe. Oh, I hope they never make a Smash movie, ever. It's gonna be a nightmare. I work overnights at a medical lab, and me and my coworkers, got an idea from TikTok, always a terrible start, to cover the tracking lights under our lab's computer mice for the day shift. The day shift lab techs are mainly middle-aged to near retirement, so they were certainly confused as to where the mice were not working. Many's first instinct was to look underneath and see a tiny post-it note saying, April Fools! But my favorite reaction was the one who kept unplugging the mouse and even turned off his computer. Why would you be so mean to boomers? Guys, they're already dying! They don't need to be fucking like tricked with technology. Like, see, the usual instinct when your mouse isn't working is, yeah, check underneath, maybe plug it in, plug it back out. But turning off your entire computer is a little bit much. Unless the PC was like a bajillion years old. It's a really solid prank though, because it's completely harmless and pretty funny to just watch the person trying to fucking plug it back in. But yeah, keeping them on their toes. Believe it or not, boomers actually are more computer savvy than a lot of Gen Alpha kids. But it's so fucking cute that they did that and like so many people didn't fucking get it. But like, if you get an idea from TikTok though, that's already terrible. A long time ago, in the north of England, I went to go and see my family, and we were staying at a hotel. April 1st comes upon us, and my mom had a brilliant plan to prank my dad. See, my dad loves coffee, so on that fateful day, my mom put some special white stuff into my dad's coffee. Laughing maniacally, my mom watched as my dad drank the whiteless drink with a smile on herself. In short, my mom put salt in dad's coffee. Wait, she did the prank of like, no sugar, just salt? But like, did he drink the whole thing? Did he drink the whole thing and then it was like, oh, this tastes funny? Evil. A little bit, but like, you can get a fresh coffee if you're at the hotel. I thought she put cocaine in it. Not legal! I would drink it, wave no. Impossible, that shit stings the second you put it in your mouth. I don't really drink coffee that often, so I've never had salted coffee, chat. I told my best friend that I, a single lesbian, was pregnant, and she entirely believed me and was immediately helping me sort out if I wanted to get an abortion and how to hide it. Because she's so forgetful. The next April Fool's Day, the next year, I copied the exact same message from the year before and sent it to her, and she believed the whole story again, down to offering the exact same support. Oh, first of all, you are evil. Second of all, did she know you were a lesbian? Was she aware of your propensity for liking pussy? Because if she wasn't, then yeah, she was gonna believe it. Second, that friend is ride or die. Never let her go. Never let her go. Like, genuinely, that is like the nicest fucking thing. To have like a friend be like that supportive, like, whatever you want to do, I'm there for you, you know? But like, then you had to go and do the same prank the next year, be like, oh, she's a forgetful bitch. We're gonna be able to do this, no problem. Like, double you friend, but holy shit, get your memory checked. I love the implication that your friend either A, did not know you were a lesbian, B, knew you were a lesbian and probably assumed, well, she's bi, maybe she felt like taking dickies every so often. When I was about 5 to 7, my bully drenched me in water before school on April 1st. Later that day, I got so mad that I took a shit on his chair during recess, and he sat right into it. I was the goody two-shoes, so I was never suspected by the staff and was seen afterward outside, so I accidentally had an alibi. I regret nothing. Okay, I have so many questions. How did a teacher not catch you? This is probably why teachers lock their classrooms when they fucking leave for fucking recess, okay? Like, how did you not get caught? Second, bio-warfare. Third, did anybody think your bully shit his pants? How did nobody notice the smell? Like, how did nobody notice, like, poopy smell as soon as you walked into the classroom? How does someone not look before they sit? Yeah, how did you not look down beforehand? I like that you accidentally had an alibi. Like, pro tip things, if you guys are still, like, in school or, like, in college, if you are the student that is, like, the teacher's pet goody two-shoes, you can get away with fucking murder, okay? No one will suspect you ever. So if you have a fucking bone to pick with someone, that's the place to do it, you know? Like, how is the poop bandit still popping up? Every school has one. Every school has a poop bandit. Every single one. Like, in my high school, I remember once a kid shat themselves in the hallway, like, during class, and everybody in school was talking about El Niño Caca for, like, a month. No one knew who it was, and whatever class he was in, they said nothing, because nobody found out. I have a friend that I originally only knew online, but now know in person after so long. He told me he was born on April 1st. The obvious joke was obvious. Haha, you were born, a quote-unquote joke. He assured me, though, his birthday was indeed that day. He kept this going for 3 years and made sure to never let his tongue slip. Never let me see any information that would denote otherwise. Then, on the 5th year, he finally revealed it to me saying April Fools. I was genuinely speechless at the absolute dedication it took to maintain that ruse. What was his actual birthday then? Like, what was the actual birthday? Like, he literally, like, fucking, it had to be an April the long con of, like, making someone believe, like, no, my birthday's on April Fools. I think that, like, those are the best kind of pranks, the ones that you keep going for, like, a decade. So, back in high school, I used to do something with my voice for April Fools. The first year, I spoke only Spanish. I'm bilingual. The second, I spoke using only words that Toge uses in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, dude, you must have gotten so many wedgies. This guy who speaks only in ingredients. For my senior year, freshman year was cut because of COVID, I decided to just not speak. I went the entire day with a notebook and a pencil to communicate and did not say a word. My friends tried to get me to crack, but I held strong. Then my girlfriend came up to me during the last hour. I had mentally prepared myself for a lot of things, but she said that if I really loved her, I'd say so. I didn't speak. She said that if I wanted to break up, I should say nothing. I held firm. Then she smiled and got closer. If you want to hit it today, say yes. She pulled on her shirt for emphasis. I folded like a wet paper napkin. My friends got their laughs, and my girlfriend touted her victory until I walked her to her car and asked about what she had said. And all she winked and said was April Fools. Your girlfriend fucking played you like a fiddle, my guy. You weak! You were weak! You folded to titty! Never break character! Never! Never do it, chat! Holy shit! Like, you folded for titty. You literally are the meme of, like, guys would do anything for titty. Like, you were doing so good! It is really funny, but like, and she got you. Definitely got you. I was in 3rd grade, or so, I think. And a classmate's birthday was being celebrated on April 1st. Terrible idea. Their parents brought in a giant sheet cake at the start of the day, and we're all looking forward to tucking into a slice. Until the birthday child cut into it, and it turned out to be frosted styrofoam. April Fools! None of us found it funny. Okay, can I say something? Those parents are trash. Like, holy shit. If it was actually their birthday, garbage behavior. If it was not their birthday and the kid was in on it, that is funny. But one of, like, the most sacred days, and this is coming as someone who, like, had elementary school in the States, the most sacred day of a child's life at school is their birthday. For the cake, for the cupcakes. There's the same energy as, like, parents that give, like, fruit instead of cake at parties, or, like, actually give coal for Christmas. Like, they better have had an actual cake in the kitchen. Yeah, like, that prank would be fine if they actually had, like, a cake or cupcakes or something in the back. But I'm being willing to bet that they didn't. I will say this, that's a pretty mean prank to play if it was actually the kid's birthday. If the kid was in on it, not as funny, but they're gonna hate them. Okay, my birthday is on April Fools, so I usually get at least one gag gift. My best friend put a new playmat inside of a horse dildo case and had me unwrap it in front of my family. First of all, no horse like horse cock. Second, where did you get a hollow horse cock? You had to have some intimate dildo knowledge for that. The real joke is that it was actually your friend's dildo. He just took out the insides and gave you the empty fucking shell. Also, like, what color was it? Like, if you're gonna give someone a fucking, like, rubber dick as a gift, you'd better fucking make that shit, like, bright pink with glitter, mama. It can't be, like, some skin-colored nonsense. That's so boring. No. I'm talking clear jelly fucking dildo, or, like, pink with glitter, or bad dragon. You know the one that's called, like, Kevin, and it's, like, a dragon's tongue and shit? Yeah, that! If you're giving them, like, a boring skin-colored dildo, like, that's not fun. You need to fucking make the gag gift memorable, chat. Why do you need to know the color? 'Cause it's important to the bit! I watched The Legend of Zelda, fake movie trailer IGN posted way back in 2008. And I didn't realize it was an April Fool's joke until April 1st, 2009. The worst part is that I ended up pranking my little brother with it by accident. Our shared disappointment was deeper than the Mariana Trench. That was the inciting incident for my distaste for IGN, which was only vindicated over the years since then. Okay, like, everybody hates IGN for some reason. I don't get the bit. I really don't, like... But yeah, like, how did you not realize until, like, a year later The height of like Ocarina of Time hype. And now, see, joke's on you because now they're making a Zelda movie. The Google smell through your screen thing. That has to be a screamer. I vaguely remember it. I'm not looking it up because I'm not looking to give myself a heart attack today. But yeah, that's a pretty classic one. Honest to God, though, if I ever, like, have a child, I'm probably going to have to, like, fight my fucking husband to not do this screamer prank on our kids. I've never had a good April Fool's bit, but I keep running into the worst ones. Having someone mess with my phone to make me think it broke, inspect a website to make my grades look horrible, spooked by fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards or ban list, gaslit into thinking I forgot to do something important, and the worst one yet, when a girl pretended to confess her feelings for me with her friends popping out when I got flustered. Never liked April Fools, but posting about this helps, so I hope it made you laugh. I mean, it didn't make me laugh at all! I feel terrible for you! Holy shit, what kind of, like, fucking bad luck stat do you have that everybody kept using you as their prank punching bag? I'm so sorry. I am very, very sorry. That's so sad! Yeah, like, see, I don't like April Fools either, on a good day, normally. That's so evil. Yeah, I don't. I generally don't like them because I do feel like some jokes can be pretty mean-spirited. That is a really terrible track record. Yeah, that's trauma. That's not prank. That's trauma. I fell into believing that Microsoft bought Steam for only $10 billion. Steam would never sell them again. That actually is surprising that you fell for that. Steam would never sell not to Microsoft of all things. Like, here's the thing about Steam, right, that pisses off a lot of other companies. Steam is a private company. Microsoft is public, Sony's public, Nintendo, I believe, is public. Steam is still private. And I think that Steam being private is actually way smarter because if Steam is private, they don't have to answer to stupid fucking investors. So Valve would never sell the company, not like that anyway. Like, they keep trying to pressure them to go public, but Valve keeps saying no. For good reason. I think it's like the best thing that they can do is keep the company private. One year, my dad hid a bunch of pairs of googly eyes on random objects around the house. I am almost certain we haven't found them all yet. That reminds me of a prank that I actually love of like a girl that bought like 200 mini rubber ducks and hid them everywhere in her parents' house while they were on a trip. And they were like still finding ducks like fucking 2 years later. I find that delightful, personally. That's my kind of prank. That's the type of thing I would love to do. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but ducks. And then I saw another one with miniature babies that the girlfriend hid them from the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend kept just fucking going, God damn it, every time he found the new one. Yeah, that's pretty harmless and it's actually really funny. That's what like good April Fool's pranks should be. I saw all of my servers put on a fake notification marker on their server icon for Discord this year. So I couldn't tell which ones had actual notifications and which ones didn't. Do you think servers like this should go to hell? Yes, I do, actually. You are never gonna catch me fucking doing that because I only ping people like once a day. But like, in what universe do you think that putting a fucking fake icon of like, oh, the server has a ping is a good idea? I got that one. I actually have not seen any of those because I'm usually only in my server and that's it. But yeah, I immediately like fucking billion years dungeon, dude. Like, when I'm like offline because I was working all day and I come back in and there's like a billion red icons, I have to click on all of them. One April Fool's Day a few years ago, my brother was using my phone to message my dad. I didn't think anything of it. But then at dinner in front of some visitor, my dad asks me casually, "What's this about you being gay?" I was confused, mildly mortified, and panicked. I had never come out to anyone at that point, so I was shocked. My dad went to get his phone, and then I looked at my brother and saw the most devious grins, with him trying not to laugh. He messaged my dad, "Also, I'm gay," at the end of those messages. My revenge plan one day will be a fake pregnancy scare message to my parents from my brother's phone. But I'll let that wait a few years. Wait, were you actually gay? Like, were you actually gay and your brother didn't know? Sounds like it. Oh, that's vile. See, you play it cool in those cases. You mean, what do you mean? It's April Fool's Day. If, like, the brother didn't know that he was actually gay, that's actually a pretty funny prank, because it's like, dude. But, like, if the brother did know, and he said that, then yeah, that's unacceptable. You just outed them. But it's very likely that the fucking brother had no idea. This happened when I was in high school. It didn't happen to me, but to a few of the star athletes in our school. So it was a bit of a tradition every year on April Fools that coaches would pull pranks on their players to allow team bonding. How that was supposed to work? I don't know. It just seems like a way for the teachers to legally abuse students to me. Anyway, for this particular year, 3 football players got it the worst. I only happened to see this happen to 2 of them. while I heard it happened to the third. I looked up at just the right moment. While changing into our gym uniforms, the star linebacker opened his lockers, only to get splashed in the face with a small paint bomb the head gym teacher put behind the locker door. Just as that happened, the quarterback started laughing at the LB, only to get immediately splashed as well by another paint bomb. A few seconds later, I heard the third small but very loud pop as the third paint bomb went off in the tight end's locker. This all happened in the span of about 5 seconds. The gym teacher walks out of his office, laughing hysterically, joining the rest of the boys and laughing at the 3 boys that are now covered in blue and white paint. I say covered, but it was more like they had a little bit of paint splash on their clothes, and one got hit in the face. Thankfully, the guys were good sports about it. See what I did there? So they weren't too bad. They knew about the tradition and were not wearing any expensive or nice clothing, and I sure ended up paying for new gym shirts. Okay, that's nice. All in all, a decent prank where no one was seriously hurt, but all the boys in my gym class got a good laugh at part of our school's starting lineup expense. Okay, so I was about to say that does sound like an excuse to legally abuse the students, but if the gym teacher paid for new shirts, and they already knew, then yeah, that is kind of trauma bonding. Like, in my school, we used to do, in like freshman year for like freshman students that they just came in, the seniors would prank. I would say prank, but it was more like a bloodbath where they would put all of the terrified freshmen into a field. They would ask them to come in like gym clothes and like gross ratty stuff, and then they would pelt them with things like fucking like syrup and like water balloons and flour and shit. Unfortunately, this tradition got canceled because some parents complained, but everybody had a lot of fun with it beforehand. I would say that like it's pretty like, in this case, in this story's case, considering that the teacher was, like, the boys were a good sport about it and the teacher paid for their stuff, no harm, no foul. A pretty decent prank, I would say. Okay, so I'm a big JoJo Senki fan, and I've been waiting 7 or so years now for a season 2 to finally come out. Oh. It got announced, I think, like 5 years ago, and we had zero news past that, but we finally got a release date sometime in July this year. A friend on Discord, though, made an announcement for our Discord server that Season 2 was getting delayed for another year. And I legit almost cried. I was so fucking crushed until I remembered it was April Fool's. And then it was just kind of left hoping it was a joke. Was it real, though? Like, was it real, though? That's what you gotta know. Was it, like, an actual, like, delay, or was your friend fucking with you? Because, like, holy shit, yeah, like, an anime that you've been looking forward to fucking watching for ages getting delayed again, that seems like brutal news. There's actually no delay as far as I know. Oh, good. A while ago, the paleo community had a prank where a pretty convincing fossil called Susocaris. For a while, I was convinced of a fucking amogus extinct animal. Fuck my chungus life. Wait. Someone in the paleontology community made an amogus fossil, and you didn't immediately clock it? I worry for the naivety levels of my community. Guys, I love you. You guys are precious. You did not notice the sus? You didn't notice the amogus immediately? Susocaris. That sounds adorable. Like, look it up though. Okay, fine. Oh my god. No, okay. How did you guys not clock this? Okay, my wife knows I have a shine kink. Satin, latex, etc. And told me she got something special prepared. Imagine my wife and I roaring with laughter when she beckons me into the bedroom, wearing a mock-up of Sam Smith 2023 Brit Awards fit made with garbage bags and mockery. We did not fuck. I've never seen this fit before, but I have to believe it was that fucking bad that you fucking overrode the shiny kink fetish thing in your brain, and it was really like, no. Now I'm looking it up. Imagine your wife knows you like shiny things, that like they get you going, and then you go into the bedroom and she's wearing this out of garbage bags. Like, the fucking way. That is amazing, though. Holy shit. I would have fucked. I would have been like, I don't know, mama. You probably don't have a kink, because I would have been wildly aroused. I think he couldn't fuck because he saw Sam Smith's face instead of his wife. Oh, true. Valid. One April Fool's Day, we were celebrating my grandma's birthday, because she actually was born on April 1st. Then, she suddenly announced that she was engaged to her boyfriend. I took it as an April Fool's prank personally, but I was uncertain. I'm still not sure if it was real, actually. They're certainly not married since then, and I don't have the courage to ask her if it's true or not. Imagine being born on April 1st and being an American and knowing that everyone is going to see your birth as a joke. Like, It's so funny though that like knowing because like how grandmas are, you don't have the courage to be like, hey grandma, are your boyfriend and you tying the knot, or was that a joke? Because I would be afraid I would get slapped with a wooden spoon. So like I understand your hesitation and not wanting to ask her. yeah, like okay, real talk. As like an older couple, like a grandma and grandpa age couple, like does it not benefit you more to just be friends with benefits? Like the older you get, the more casual it should be, I think. Like once you can't actually like have kids together or anything like that, and you're both like retirement age, why the fuck would you like fucking get married? This is one that I think will make you laugh, Lily. In a monthly teen science magazine I was subscribed to, there was always an April issue on one article that would look serious at a first glance, but it was an April Fool's one. One in particular remains in my mind to this day. These articles spoke about how a high temperature could cause fertility problems in men. That is actually correct, by the way. Sperm production is very sensitive to heat. And then it said that to fight the issue of teens and adults sitting all day and heating their balls too much by keeping their legs closed, scientists devised boxers with mini fans to keep your balls fresh at all times. That was, of course, an April Fool's joke. But young and naive boy that I was, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I was even impressed that you can miniaturize hundreds of little fans and batteries in a man's boxer briefs. Needless to say, I only realized a lot later that it was total bullshit, but hey, at least I can still have a good laugh out of that memory. I hope you had one too. Okay, like, I love the logic of like, your balls are too hot, you need to cool them down, and the solution is to just point, like, fans at your crotch. You can tell a scientist wrote that. Like, it would have been even funnier if it was just like one fan. Like, you cut out the crotch of the boxers and you just fucking attach a fan to it. But no. Like, this person deadass thought that scientists had developed a pair of underwear that had a cooling system in it that had fans in it. First of all, this might be a semi-long one, but I hope you will read through it. A bunch of years back, my mom invited the family for dinner, which just so happened to be April 1st. So I called my mom and I asked if it was alright if I brought a +1. She was delighted that I would. Now, at this time, I did not have a girlfriend, but I had a different plan. Straight after I confirmed with my mom, I called one of my best buds from school times that I was still hanging out with. Hey, bud, whatever your plans are for April 1st, cancel them. My mom just invited me for dinner with the family, and I said I would bring a +1. I want to pull a prank as coming out of the closet, and you and I are dating. My buddy didn't even hesitate. No questions asked. He just agreed like a true bro. Imagine fucking role-playing. So the week passes, and the family dinner is upon us. We arrive. My mom opens the door and sees me with my buddy. I go, hey, Mom, you remember Buddy from school, right? Me and him have actually been seeing each other for the past 3 months, and I've been going a little quiet about it. But I thought today would be a great day to let you know. My mom, bless her heart, is a very accepting woman. And she didn't even question my decision. Thinking back on that, what the hell, Mom? We went the entire dinner talking like normal. 4 other family members asking how we started dating. Me and Kenny made up the entire thing on the spot. It wasn't until we started cleaning up that one of my sisters mentioned something about an April Fool's prank. The gears caught up to my mom, and she rushed back into the living room very calmly and asked me, was it an April Fool's joke? To which my buddy just answered before me. I can still stay for dessert, right? Okay, you win. You win the award for best prank on this segment so far. First of all, your fucking bro is ride or die, because what do you mean you told a fucking, presumably, a fellow straight man, hey dude, we're gonna pretend to be gay at a family dinner, and he was like, bet. Second, the commitment to the bit that they only found out after your sister said something is insane. Yeah, you should have, all you needed to do was kiss the homie goodnight and that's it. It would have been fucking sold, mama. Like, that was a phenomenal prank. That, I think, is like, you win the award for best prank on this fucking segment, because holy shit, the dedication to the bit, the ride or die, the fact that you guys kept that going all night, and the best part, your mom didn't even get mad. Your mom was just like, oh, my son is gay, it's okay, I still love you. Like, your family's great, your bro is great, and you are excellent at pranking. Obligatory, me doing the foolin'. Backstory. My father and godfather both worked at a church. While my godfather worked at the daycare, he found a 4-foot child doll that was messed up. Like, no eyelashes, matted hair, lazy eye. They called her Twyla, Twilight Zone, and they would pass it off to each other in ridiculous ways. For instance, my godfather working at a school, and my father coming up to the parking lot and stuffing it in my godfather's truck bed. Another being my family getting home from a flight at 2 a.m., being driven home by my godfather, and he put the fucker pressed against the glass in our backyard. I would have shat myself. Cut to present day. For Christmas, I got them another doll named Lucifer, and it started being passed off to my family. April 1st this year, I drove out at 2 a.m. to stuff its body in a bush with its head poking out of it, looking into the window of the pool table / entrance of the house. They haven't noticed yet. You can tell that, like, as soon as they notice that someone's going to yell and fall backwards in their seat, or someone's gonna go get a gun, depending on what type of house it is. That is a great tradition, though. Like, that is a prank that started with, like, besties and, like, it's now transcended a generation. Annabelle-ass prank. I like that he got a new one, but, like, if you guys have never seen those, like, 4-foot tall, like, dolls, some of them were like, big Barbies, but they are also, like, stuffed dolls, too, which are, like, the Raggedy Ann type of things, and when they get, like, old and worn down, they look so fucked. So I'm only just fucking picturing this Raggedy Ann-ass fucking thing getting passed down between people until you plan the next objective to prank somebody else. That's actually delightful. Great prank. Although, again, you might give someone a heart attack. This did not fool me, but I was the fooler. Back when I was in my first year of college, my at-the-time roommates to our first shopping trip together, we stopped at Five and Below as he'd never been to one. What is that, by the way? While there, I flipped through all of their posters they have and came across a Hatsune Miku poster, which I thought was cool. He, however, stopped and scoffed at it jokingly, to which I asked him if he hated Hatsune Miku. He passionately said that he did. This set in motion a plan that had to be upheld. A revenge to the highest degree. Over the next 3 years, I began stockpiling as much Hatsune Miku merch as I could. Posters, stickers, art pieces from dozens of artists at conventions, keychains. Even I went as far as sewing my own Hatsune Miku plush by hand out of felt. It all culminated on the night of March 31st / April 1st. I got up at 3 a.m. that morning and completely redecorated our entire apartment floor to ceiling in all of the merch. Every square inch of wall was Hatsune Miku. His door was covered in stickers of Hatsune Miku's, plushies on tables, even a note addressed to him in a cute Hatsune Miku stamped envelope. Come morning, I waited for him to wake up and see everything, and then the moment came. He didn't notice. Yup. That's right, he went straight to the bathroom and somehow didn't notice any of it. It wasn't until I poked my head out when he came out to get breakfast that he finally realized that something wasn't right, and immediately realized that he was in Hatsune Miku hell. We had a good laugh about it, and he actually thought it was funny to the point where he kept it up for the rest of the year. Awesome roommate, better friend. Hashtag Hatsune Miku forever. Did you, like, convert your friend into, like, a Hatsune Miku fan with this The Night of 1,000 Mikus. You have to respect that, like, 3 years of collecting merch is not a small amount of merch, chat. That is an insane fucking level of collecting. He probably had enough fucking Hatsune Miku shit to fucking floor-to-ceiling wallpaper the room, okay? Like, is his friend Soundwave? Like, he got indoctrinated. He did. No. That's a great prank, because there's no way he would have seen that coming if you did it in, like, 3 years. Yeah, he got Miku beamed, and he actually thought it was so funny he kept it up for a full year. That is actually so sweet and so fucking funny. This was a couple of years ago, and my mom was very much approving of it. She called all 3 of my older brothers and told them I was dating a gang member, and that I was hanging out with them every day, and I was having sex. And all of them threatened to come to our house and kill the guy. The real plot twist was I had a secret boyfriend I was hiding from my mom. Still a virgin, though. Good for you! Okay, no, but, like, your brothers are fucking goated if their immediate response to finding this out was, oh, we have to kill the guy. And, like, 3 older brothers. That woman is protected for life, okay? Like, if you have older brothers as a girl, good luck fucking trying to date anybody that they don't approve of, because they will make it their problem. The mom be legit protective. No, like, the mom approved of the prank. Like, the mom knew this. Like, she told the mom in advance so she wouldn't fucking panic and then just decided to fucking prank the brothers, which is actually really funny. All right, I think I'm gonna call it on the segment for today, guys. If you guys like the segment, like, comment, subscribe. Which story was your favorite? Honestly, there were some really, really good ones. Highlight for me in terms of funny, but also fucked up, was the Brazilian kidnapping. 10 out of 10. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more confessionals like this with different themes. I just want to hear it. These are really, really fun to make, and it's really fun to go through all of the stories. And yeah, don't forget to go check out Gamer Subs. Go get 10% off your entire order, mama, if you use my code KikiMation at checkout, all right?